Hi everyone, it's Jepsy and welcome to the Weight Loss Diaries. This week's topic is discrimination, and this topic hits home in so many levels. I am really going to get extremely deep with this topic because it has been something that has affected me my entire life, being discriminated for being overweight. And I say it hits home because it is actually home where I was being discriminated. To be more specific, my mom, she discriminated me a lot because I was overweight. Now that I've grown up, I know that overweight has nothing to do with genetics. It has somewhat to do with genetics, but it doesn't rule you for being genetic. I mean, you can have half of your family, your entire family be overweight, but I think you determine if you also want to be overweight. So while I was growing up, my mom discriminated a lot about me being overweight, of me looking a lot like my dad's side of the family. And my mom would discriminate me, calling me a lot of things, calling me pig, calling me, saying that I would never find a boyfriend, that I would never get married because I was overweight and no guy would pay attention to me. And I think I dragged that on till at least I was 14 or 15, and my self-esteem was extremely to like the lowest it could be, just because I believed that no guy was really gonna pay attention to me. And every time I had a crush on a guy and he wouldn't pay attention to me, I thought, okay, well, she's saying the truth. And the first guy that actually decided to pay attention to me, I ran with it because I thought, okay, here's this guy, he likes me even though I'm overweight. And to be honest with you, even though I was 15, I wasn't overweight. I was a little extra pounds than what I should have been for my age, but it was not to consider a point where I was dying or I had something. It was just I had a few extra pounds that it was hard for me to lose. My mom would put me in the most outrageous diets, in the most outrageous eating plans. I would one time I think I would drink garbanzo beans with water, and that's all I had for breakfast and lunch, and then I would just have dinner. Or if everybody was going to McDonald's, I couldn't have it, I had to have something else. Or drinking teas, pills. Everything I've actually taken hasn't been my choice, it's been my mom's choice. But with that came more problems, because as she deprived me from food, as more I wanted to sneak food and overeat. And as I did that, punishments came with that. Punishments that instead of making it better, made me worse because they were outrageous punishments. It's just things that not even be able to say on video. Just get inside. Open the door and get inside. It was just things like that. And then when I moved to El Salvador for like about a year, I did lose a lot of weight due to stress, due to different type of eating, different type of exercise, just a different type of scenario. And I think at the same time, happiness. I was not being put under stress, that I was being told that you're this, you're that, you're never going to get this, you're never going to get that. So that I think helped me drop a lot of weight. And then when I came back, I was fairly average size, you could say. I still wasn't skinny, I was just an average size body, but it still wasn't enough for her. It was always, you need to lose weight, you still are fat, you still are this, you're never going to live life like that. And it just grew on me. My self-esteem just started going lower and lower and lower. And where I hit rock bottom was when I got pregnant with my son, and I gained a massive amount of weight. And after I had him, I did lose some weight, but then rapidly, but extremely rapidly, gained it all back plus 2 times more. And discrimination started again. Your husband's gonna leave you because you're fat. Your husband's gonna cheat on you because you're fat. He doesn't love you because you're fat. And then all that brought in a lot of problems with my husband about, you know, you don't love me, you're cheating on me, and this and that. It just was a cycle that could never end. And that's when I decided to leave California, move to Texas to relieve that stress. And when I moved here, I was pregnant, so I wasn't able to continue with my weight loss. After I had my daughter, that's when I started having problems with my gallstones, and that pushed me back a little bit from my weight loss, and I am here now. And I'm still trying to learn little by little to get over that abuse and discrimination my mom did on me just because I was overweight. My mom wouldn't want to present me to her friends. My mom wouldn't want me to present myself with her new family because she had gotten with a new boyfriend, and she didn't want her new boyfriend's family to meet me. And all that just put me down, and I think I could never do that to anybody. I could not do that to my kids. I love them, skinny, fat, short, tall. They're my kids, and it hurts. It hurts, and I'm little by little getting over that, little by little learning to live and accepting my body, and accepting that people are going to love me regardless of my size, and that if they don't, then that means they never did care about me or love me. So that is what I had to talk about discrimination. That's the only time I think I had felt discriminated. Anything else I think is just average when I was growing up. High school kids not wanting me to be part of their crowd, but that really didn't hurt me as much as being discriminated at home. So it was extremely hard to think about what I was going to talk about because I wasn't going to want to talk about this, but I am actually going through my own self-therapy where I'm trying to bring all this out so that I can go back to being that confident person I used to be, so that I can start learning how to love myself again and love the people that are around me. I used to have a bad habit of getting people extremely close to me, and as soon as they were close to me, find a way to get them away from me just because I wanted to hurt them before they even hurt me. And I had to start learning that I can't do that I can't keep hurting people because not everybody's out there to hurt me. Not everybody is my mom. So I'm learning, and this year has just been one of those years where I've really learned a lot of myself. And I thank the Weight Loss Diaries because it's helping me learn a lot about myself also, with all these topics, with having to talk about our personal experiences, which I never did in my own channel. So thank you, Patty. Thank you for coming up with this topic. And as far as my weight loss goes, haven't checked it. I am going to weigh myself on January 2nd. I am debating if I'm going to join Weight Watchers because I got some booklets and was reading and actually wanted to get back on Weight Watchers, but I have about roughly 2 weeks to think about it, so I'm going to think about it, but I will have you guys wait for when I'm back on the 7th of January, and I'll let you guys know how my weight is and how's the new year bring for me. So that's about it. Food, I'm starting to get back into eating smaller portions, which I'm happy. So hope everyone is having a great week, and see you guys next week. Bye.